Question number 3. Slope for vertical line is undefined. Okay. Question number 4. What is the slope given 2 points? If we have 2 points, what is the definition of slope? Let's say the slope is change of y over change of x. All this we are going to practice, you will see. Number 5. Question number 5. Here we have graph. Okay. The graph has the following points. This is 2, this is 1. So this point is 1 and 2. And the other point is 1 and negative 2. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 1. And this is negative 2. So is negative 1, negative 2 point. Okay, connecting the line. Okay, so we are given graph. Okay, and on the graph there are 2 points, and using these 2 points we need to identify the slope. How we are going to do it? So let's write out. First point is negative 1, negative 2, and second point is 1 and 2. I have to say, it doesn't matter which one you take first, because let's say you can drive from point from the bottom point, from this point towards this point, right? Or you can drive from this point back to this point. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be sloped the same. Trust me. If you don't, you can do it yourself and you will see. Or for this case, for one case I will do it so you can see. All right. So what is definition of slope? I'll write here so everybody, with red color so everybody will know. Is change of x. See here we said change of x, which means y2 minus y1. And change of change of y, y2 minus y1, and change of x is going to be x2 minus x1. Okay, if this is my x1, y1, this is x2, y2, then slope is going to be equal x2 is 2 minus y1 minus negative 2. And then x2 is 1 minus x1 is negative 1 minus negative 1. And we get 2 plus 2. And we get 1 plus 1. So 4 over 2. And m is equal 2. So the slope for this graph is 2. Since I promised you to do vice versa also, let me do that. So we have 1 and 2 and -1, -2. Okay, this time we are going to have x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, m is equal. y2 is -2 minus y1 minus 2. x2 -1 minus x1 minus 1. We get -4 over -2. We still get +2. See? Okay. So next time I just pick one case and I don't do both of them, but you will know that it doesn't matter which one you take it. You will get the right answer. Question number 6. Okay, we need to find the slope for the graph. So one vertical axis, horizontal axis. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's say this is +1. This is also 1. And it goes through 0, 0, the other point. So this is our graph we are going to work with, meaning we need to find the slope for this graph. There we go. We need to find the slope for this graph. All right, so what do we have? One point is 1 and 1. The other point is 0, 0. Yes? And. I put here symbol of and. Looks ugly. Let me do it again. Okay. All right, m is equal. So y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, we are getting 0 minus 1, y2 minus y1, and we are getting 0 minus 1, and we get -1 over -1, and we get +1, +1. I get +1, correct. Okay. Under number 6, let's do another one, much more interesting. So let's say we take the following graph. Okay. All right. So we have here is 1. Here also 1. And graph is going through these 2 points. So we have here 0, 1, this point, right? And this point is 1, 0. First come x, second come y. Okay, so let's write down the point 0, 1 and 1 and 0. So maybe not to confuse you, I can rather put there and. Okay, so m is equal y2, let's say this 0 is y2 minus y1, and then x2 minus x1. Okay, Okay, I can write down this. x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, as a result, we are getting negative 1 over 1. And the slope, we are getting negative. Look what is interesting. Look at the blue graph. Since slope is negative, its graph is kind of going down. And look at the green graph. The slope is positive 1, graph is going up. So 1 is increasing. The green graph is increasing. The light blue graph is decreasing. Okay? Moving to question number 7. So find the slope of the straight line that passes through the pair of points. So we have 4 and 1, and we have 7 and 10. Okay, we're already familiar, so we will just go straight through that. M is equal x1, y1, x2, y2. So m is equal 10 minus 1, 7 minus 4. And we get 9 over 3 is equal 3. So slope is positive. That means the graph will be increasing. Question number 8. Find the slope again. We are given negative 2 and 1. And next pair of coordinate is 3 and 3. So the graph is passing these 2 points. We need to find the slope. Okay, m is equal x2, y2, x1, y1. So m is equal 3 minus 1, 3 minus negative 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 plus 2, right? We get 2 over 5. This is going to be our slope. Question number 9. We have negative 6, 0, and 0, negative 7. Okay, m is equal negative 7 minus 0, 0 minus negative 6. So it's going to be negative 7 over positive 6, because this negative and negative will give us positive, right? And the answer is going to be negative 7 over 6. Okay, question number 10. Points 4, negative 3. And we have negative 6, negative 3. Okay, m is equal y1, x2, y2. All right, we are getting negative 3 minus negative 3, negative 6 minus 4. So what do we get? Negative 3 plus 3, and negative 6 minus 4, it's negative 10. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0, divided by negative 10 is 0. There we go. Here is example of the case when the line is going to be horizontal. At the second, we get slope 0. That means we know the graph is going to be horizontal line. Okay, so this is when we get horizontal line. Then numerator, it's becoming 0. Then that's a horizontal line. Now, the undefined one, the slope on the equal undefined for vertical line, when that will happen? When denominator we get 0. Okay, We will get there. Number 11. So 17 over 6, negative 5. So we need to find the slope for the line that passes through these 2 points, 4 and negative 12. Okay, m is equal negative 12 minus negative 5 and 4 minus 17 over 6. Let's see what we get. Negative 12 plus 5 and 17 over 6 is how much? Let's do drafting. 17 divided by 6. It's gonna be twice 12, right? Remainder is gonna be 7 minus 2 is 5. So whole number 4 minus 2 is a whole number, and this remainder 5 comes to numerator. Denominator stays the same. Whoever doesn't know how to operate with fractions, you can watch in my playlist basic math, addition and subtraction of fraction, and I'll put the reference to that video at the end of this video. Okay, it's going to be negative 12 plus 5, it's going to be negative 7. Now I'm doing drafting. 4 minus 2 and 5 over 6. So 4 I can represent as a 3, and denominator is 6, 6 over 6. I take specifically same denominator so it will be easy to work. How did I do that? 3 and 6 over 6. 4, it's the same thing. I just borrowed 1. 1 represented as a 6 over 6 and 3. So if you put them together, 3 and 6 over 6 is 1. You get 4 anyway, right? So I borrowed 1 and represent it in the format of fraction that is still 1, but use this denominator 6, so it would be easy to work with. And again, you can watch the video how to do that. So minus 2, 5 over 6. 3 minus 2 is 1, and since denominator is the same, I do 6 minus 5 is 1. Very easy. 1 and 1 over 6. Now I'm converting to improper fraction, because to divide mixed fraction I have to convert into improper fraction. Okay, let's write down 1 and 1/6. Then negative 7 divided by, to convert, I'm getting 1 times 6 is 6, and plus this one will be 7. 7 over 6. So we're dividing by 7 over 6. I'll put the reference to video how to work with fraction and how to convert from improper to mixed and from mixed to improper fraction. So here we get, since this fractional line is a division, we are getting negative 7 dividing by 7 over 6, which is going to be negative 7 times, we flip the fraction, 6 over 7. And as a result, we get negative 7 times 6, and here we have 7. Why this negative 7 went up? Because negative 7, it's a whole number, that means denominator is 1, right? Which means when we do multiplication, then we multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. And the answer we get, it's going to be negative 7 is gone. And the answer will be negative 6. So practically, slope is negative 6. Is equal negative 6. Let me move it down so fit in on the screen. Let me see. Much better, so you can see better. Okay, -6. Moving to question number 12. Now here we need to, based on the graph, where is it? Question number 12. Based on graph, we need to identify if the slope is positive or negative or 0 or undefined. Okay. So here is this, the graph. Oops. So what do you think? Is this positive or negative? Of course it is negative. The slope is negative because the graph is going down, right? Decreasing. Slope is negative. Okay. So let me see. Next graph, question number 13. If we have the following graph, okay. So if we get this graph running parallel, right? That means the slope is undefined. So how mathematically in the calculation, when we will meet such slope? If I have, let's say, 2 points, 3 and 4, let's say, okay, let's take -4 and 2 and -4. Look what we have. -4. Actually, hold on. I'm going to change here. I put here 3, -2, for example. Okay, so we're gonna get -2 minus -4, and in denominator we're gonna get what? This 3 minus this 3, right? So we get -2 plus 4, but here we get 0. That's where we get undefined. Okay, and the slope is gonna be, and the line is gonna be vertically going up. Okay, all right. So let me, might as well show here positive one, although we already know, but since we have negative, let me draw here the graph for positive one also. So if a green one going down, it's negative, then the blue one I will show when it's going positive. There we go. Here we can say the slope is positive because the graph is growing, slope is positive. And here also let me show you the horizontal one, although we did, but it's never hurt to do one more. Okay. Oops, I didn't take. Okay, the blue color, it's gonna be horizontal one. So the slope here is equals 0. Okay? All right. This is how we recognize our slope. And question number 14. We have slope 2/9. So based on slope, we can figure out if the lines are parallel or perpendicular. First of all, which lines are parallel when they are running parallel to each other? Those are parallel. Perpendicular is, let's say, this one and comes this one when they make 90 degrees, right? That's a perpendicular. Okay. So based on slope, how we recognize if parallel lines or perpendicular lines. So if lines are parallel, the slope has to be the same. For example, if I have y is equal 2/9x minus 3 and y2 is equal 2/9x plus 7. Okay, since the slope is the same, two over nine, then I can insist that these two lines are running parallel. Okay? Because what is slope? At the very beginning, remember in question number 1, we said that slope is a measure of steepness. Okay? So both of them are running under the same angle. As long as both graphs are running under the same angle, here is this angle and this angle, they are equal. So that means the graphs are parallel. Perpendicular is a different story. They have to be reciprocal. So if I have, for the case of perpendicular, if I have y1 is equal to 2/9x minus 3, perpendicular will be negative 9/2. See, I flip and change the sign also, plus 7. This one will be perpendicular, these two graphs. Okay, that's all, and I'll see you in next video.